So very good evening to everyone. In our last lecture, we completed successfully the muscular system, and we also initiated our discussion on human skeletal system. We observed that the skeletal system of human is made up of bones and cartilages. The difference between bones and cartilages were widely discussed in chapter number 7 in animal tissue. So without much ado, we will start our discussion on parts of human skeletal system. So here the bones of head were already discussed in our last lecture. So who is going to tell me about the bones of head? We discuss, no? Try, no problem. Not in eyes, here. Nasal 2 are there. Nasal 2 and inferior nasal 2. Apart from that, which one we are forgetting? Very good. That is in the head part. Then hyoid bone. Again, we are forgetting 6 of them. Ear ossicles, malleus incus and stapes, not sphenoid. So this is something you need to keep on practicing so that you can remember it. Now, here we are talking about the other parts of axial skeleton. We need to understand that in occipital region, there is a part called occipital condyle. And the first vertebra is known as atlas. If you would have been studied about Greek mythology, there is mention of a giant who is taking head on his shoulder. एक giant है जो head पे अपने head और shoulder में he is carrying the earth. Okay, his name was Atlas. Okay, and in mythology it is said that if he goes here and there, there is one chicken appointed for taking care of that he should not shook or he should not move. So whenever there is earthquake, that means Atlas is not interested anymore keeping that heavy weight on his shoulder, and he is leaving. So the people throw the grains in the ground so that that chicken can take a bite of it and can take care of Atlas once again. These are all mythologies. But maybe due to this mythology, the first vertebra, which is like a cup shape, and occipital condyle is a ball shape. So this is exactly fitting it into each other in a way that we can easily note. We can see here and there. This is due to the connection between atlas and the occipital condyle. Okay, so this is the structure of vertebral column. It is made up of 26 vertebra, and these vertebrae can be further subdivided into 5 types. Okay, the vertebra present in the neck region here, in the neck region, are known as cervical vertebra. You ever heard about the word spondylitis? There is a problem in neck region. If it is persisting, a person wears a collar. That is due to a disease called cervical spondylitis. So in case of those people, the cervical vertebra that is present in the neck region have some kind of deformities, due to which the movement is affected. So for support, they wear that collar. After cervical region, there is thoracic region, that is the chest region. It has 12 thoracic vertebra. Then there is lumbar vertebra. It is near the abdominal part. Finally, there will be cervical vertebra. It is towards the pelvic girdle. And we all know that once upon a time we had tail. Okay. So we were some kind of animal with tail, and this tail bone are known as coccyx. So coccyx are continuation of coccygeal vertebra, which is one and which is fused. So in this image, you can clearly see the different types of vertebra very easily. These are cervical vertebra, thoracic vertebra, lumbar vertebra, sacral vertebra, and coccygeal vertebra. So what is the total number? 26. 7, 12, 5, 1, 1. It is 7, 12, 5, 1, 1. Cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and coccygeal. Okay. So now we will move ahead. After vertebral column, there is inside vertebral column. All these vertebral columns are made up of, column of our body is made up of ring shaped vertebra. This vertebral column is not a single structure. Why? Because if it would have been a single structure, then we will not have this flexibility. No, we cannot twist and turn. We cannot bend upward and downward. As it is a structure which can move left, right, up, down, that means it has a junction which is not rigid. So how it is that possible? It is made up of small ring shaped vertebrae. So ये जो हमने पढ़ा है ना, 26 vertebra, sacral, then thoracic, lumbar, cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and coccygeal. All these are nothing but ring shaped structure. They stacked one after another to form the vertebral column. Now these rings are hollow. They have a cavity in between. So all of them, can you see here the structure of a vertebra? So this is the body of vertebra. This is the transverse foramen. This is the facet area, that is the area where one vertebra and the next vertebra is meeting. This is the spinous process, and this is the neural canal at the center. So in neural canal is required because spinal cord will stay here. So this is structure of a general vertebra. Okay, clear? So all these such structures are fused with each other to form the vertebral column. So what is the role of vertebral column? What will happen if we don't have vertebral column? So it should be protecting spinal cord. Other than that, we cannot even stand straight, na? We cannot even stand straight if we don't have the vertebral column. And apart from that, it is supporting head. We hold our head high because of vertebral column. It is also connected with the rib cage. You know, in respiration chapter, we studied that the rib cage expand and contract during the inhalation and exhalation. So that is the time when all these vertebral columns are articulating the ribs. So they are indirectly involved in the movement of the rib. Okay. Now a flat bone is there which is called sternum. Where it is present? It is present at the back side of our body, where rib cages are fusing, and you can see this bone is known as sternum. The name of this bone is as sternum. Okay, so it is present in the thoracic region, and it has upper part which is called manubrium, then body. It has kind of notches. Like, what do we mean by notches? Have you ever seen saw? जिससे wood को cut किया जाता है. It has a kind of rough surface, no, or irregular surface. Those are not called notches. So you can see in the body there is also notches. These are the notches. And xiphoid process is the end part of the sternum. So sternum is a very important part because it is responsible for maintaining the position of the ribs. Okay. Now what are ribs? Can you see these half circle structures? These are called ribs. Now these ribs are 12 in pairs. 12 at this side, 12 at this side. And if you must have noted, if a person is too thin, uski rib cage dikhta hai. Okay. Like almost impossible, they are looking at you, Rutu. They are expecting your rib cage must be visible. Rutu is not that thin, but luckily we used to make fun of those people. We used to say, कितना अच्छा है ना, तुम्हारा हड्डी टूट जाए तो एक्सरे भी निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, तुमको खड़ा करके एक बड़ी सी लाइट लगा दो तो शायद बोन्स दिख जाए. But it's not true. But anyways, you can see that structure, पंजर जिसे बोलते हैं. So now, why these ribs are what I can say, classified into 3 types. First 7 pairs, that means 7 in the left side, 7 in the right side, they are called true ribs. Why? Because from the front side, they are connected to thoracic vertebra, and at the back side, they are connected to sternum. And what is connecting them? There should not be any bone. They are connected by hyaline cartilage, because cartilage is giving flexibility. Always remember, number of thoracic vertebrae is 7. What we studied, 5, 7, what? Number of cervical, thoracic, sacral, lumbar and coccygeal, what is the number? 5, 12, 1. So 5, 12, 7, 1, 1. Very good. So true rib, first 7 pairs are connected to the first 7 thoracic vertebrae. Next is vertebrochondral, that is false rib. 8, 9 and 10. So these 3 ribs, they actually do not articulate directly with the sternum. Why? Means articulate with sternum means when we breathe in, you know that rib cage is moving away to increase the volume of the thoracic cavity. So this is done by movement of the sternum. Okay. So first 7 ribs directly is in contact with the sternum. So when they move, the sternum move, they directly move. 8th, 9th and 10th, they are called false rib. Why? Because they are not attached to the sternum. They are only attached in the front part to the thoracic vertebra. Their back part is not attached with the sternum. So that means they do not move. They move. Why? Because they are connected to the 7th rib. So when 7th rib move, they also move. But their movement is indirect. Why? Because they are not in direct connection with the sternum. Last 2 ribs, that is 11th and 12th, they are called floating ribs. They are not connected with sternum at all. Not directly, not indirectly also. Okay, that's why they are called floating rib. Okay. Each rib have 2 articulation surfaces on its dorsal end. You must have noticed this spinous process. They are the surface part where the ribs are connected, and that's why our vertebral column the ribs are called bicephalic. It is called bicephalic. Okay. So is there any doubt in this part? Quickly have a look into the picture. So in our body, there are like parts which are very important parts, which are very delicate parts. You know, people who are trained with martial art, there people teach that how by simply hitting at a person with less force, you can inactivate that person. Okay, because there are certain junctions which are very delicate, and if you are hitting at that part, and if there is any slight displacement, it is gone. You know, there is an experiment which talks about the gap between canines of tigers, the predator and prey. Predator is the one which is hunting for prey. So they have a structural similarity. It was observed that the tigers are having a specific distance between their canine tips, and that is adjusted in a way that when they pounce on a deer, those two tips, they pierce into two specific points of vertebra of deer, that immediately the spinal cord is damaged and the deer die instantaneously. It should not be a painful death. So this is the way nature works. Similarly, there is a position in our neck where if you put a chop, this is called carotid chop, not edible. It's not preferred to eat. The person will be unconscious. Okay. So can we move ahead towards the bones of forelimb? So forelimb means hand. So I want once again everyone to touch their parts and speak. So this is clavicle. Everyone touch this bone, clavicle or collarbone. Why collarbone? Collar is there, no? In thinner people, it is quite visible. In us, it is touchable. Okay. So apart from clavicle, there is this bone is called humerus, and here two bones are there. It's not a single bone. Two bones are there. So one is called radius, other is called ulna. Here at this part, small bones are there which are called carpal. Here metacarpal, these are palm bones, and these are phalanges. So humerus, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal, and all these are phalanges. Radius is outer one. That's why it is called radius, ulna. So how many are there? Total 60 bones are there. One humerus, one radius, one ulna, 8 carpal, 5 palm bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And phalanges कितने होंगे? बताओ. You can count. Here how many? I have 2 phalanges less, you know. My fingers do not bend here. This is single phalanges I have. But here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. But in my case, it is 12 because this one is single. It doesn't bend. Genetic character inherited in my family. बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब तोड़नी है. You can touch and see, it doesn't break. but just don't break it. No, you can really. Doesn't matter. मैं झूठ क्यों बोल रही हूँ? Ayushi tested, so Riva, you can also be sure. Maybe next time when we meet, you can also test. So this is a rare characteristic. Huh? So I hope after this, none of you will forget. Okay. So now we will talk about the bones of hind limb. Hind limb means legs. So in leg part, the thigh bone is known as femur. It is the toughest bone of our body. Why? Because it is taking the whole weight of our body. So toughest, fattest bone. With this, if I hit anyone, their what I can say, cranial bones will crack. Okay, so femur is the thigh bone, and then there are tibia and fibula. So between tibia and fibula, there is one bone called patella. So where is patella? Here. This is the kneecap. Here. It is a natural bone. Okay. Many a time it dislocates if you are falling wrong way. Then doctors have method. They just like pull your leg in a way that it twists again back. Okay. So femur, tibia, fibula, and patella in between. Then in place of carpal, they have tarsals, metatarsal, and phalanges. So remember one thing, in case of tarsal, it is 7. In case of carpal, it is 8. It is 8. Carpal is 8. Wrist bone is 8. And tarsal is 7. You know why? Because in wrist bone, we have 360-degree movement. In legs, we don't that way. It's having somewhat restrictive movement. Okay. So now we will talk about the most important part of our body, that is the junction of appendicular skeleton with the axial skeleton. So this part is our axial skeleton. From cranial bone to the last bone, that is called coccyx, coccygeal bone, coccygeal vertebra. That is the axial skeleton. Now this appendicular skeleton or my hand needs to be connected with the axial skeleton by some means, and this connection should not be so weak कि वो पता चला आयुषी ने मेरा हाथ खींचा, हाथ उसके हाथ में आ गया. It should not be that weak, but it should not be that rigid कि I cannot move my hand. I need to move my hand. No, all of us can rotate our hand 360 degrees. So the credit goes to girdle present here, which is called pectoral girdle. Okay. So in pectoral girdle, what are the parts? First of all, this clavicle and collarbones are there. How many can you count? 2. Clavicles are 2 in number. And at the back there is a bone. Can you touch here and see? ये भी जो लोग पतले होते हैं उनके बहुत अच्छे दिखते हैं, है ना? Like nice. Do you have skeleton at your school lab? Cannot bring skeleton because when I am coming from home, if I place one skeleton at the back side of my scooty and come, police may arrest me. But I have 3D biology app downloaded. I thought that I can show you there the different parts of bone. Anyways, so at the back side, if you are fit enough, you can touch and see here 2 scapulas are there. Triangular kind of bone, and it has a notch which is a bit elevated. So it is called shoulder blade, and it is present at the between the 2nd and 7th rib. Okay. Now scapula, if you look into the structure of scapula, it has a expanded process called acrominion. Okay, so acrominion process is a process through which clavicle is attached with scapula and it articulate there. It is moving through this attachment. Below acrominion, there is a cavity. This cavity is called glenoid cavity. So glenoid cavity is a cavity where the head of humerus fits like this, so that humerus can move. ये जो हम हाथ घुमा पाते हैं ना, because here the humerus is fit into the cavity of glenoid. Okay, so that is why this is the structure. Now another important girdle of our body is connecting the hind limb to the axial skeleton. So what is that? That is called pelvic girdle. That's why this region is known as pelvic region. So it also has two bones. Okay, and you can see that they are generally formed from coxal bone. Coxal bone means tailbone. I will show you where are the coxal bones. See in this image, these are the coxal bones. Can you see the tail-like structures? Okay. Now each of these girdle, this is one girdle and this is one girdle. So these girdles are formed by fusion of three bones. Here it is written wrong, huh? Each coxal bone is formed, not each girdle. The name of this bone is ilium, ischium, and pubis. Have you ever heard about ilium? But spelling is different. That is ILLEUM, and this is ILLIUM. So many such kind of synonyms you will find in biology. For example, DNA, there is a nitrogenous base called thymine. There is vitamin, scientific name of vitamin B12 is thiamine. Okay, so this is the way many are there. So you need to identify them with the help of the spelling that it is referring what. So it is ILI. So ilium, ischium, and pubis. Okay. So at this point, point of fusion, there is a cavity called acetabulum. So the way glenoid cavity is holding what? The humerus. Acetabulum is a cavity where the thigh bone, that is femur, is connected. Okay, but this connection is limited. हाथ जैसे 360 डिग्री घूम सकता है, legs cannot move like that. Okay, so it has limited movement, and this is one part of pelvic girdle and this is one part. Both of them connect to form the pubic symphysis. So I want you people to have a look. Upper part is called ilium, this part is ischium, this is pubis, and can you see this cavity? This is the acetabulum. Okay, but it is very difficult to detach femur from body. Yeah? Hands you can easily detach, but legs are very difficult to detach. Okay, so this is about the skeletal system. We will speak about them once again from the first to last, so that we can remember. So in cranial bone, how many? So what is cranial bones? Frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. Done. Then in facial there are, ऊपर से शुरू करते हैं हमेशा, lacrimal, nasal, inferior nasal, zygomatic, vomer, है ना, maxilla, mandible. Then 6 here, malleus incus stipes, malleus incus stipes, and hyoid bone. Done. Okay. Ethmoid and sphenoid, very good. In the head region, inside head. Okay. Now, apart from that, now we will go to the vertebral column. Here the difference is cervical in the thoracic region, thoracic, then lumbar, lower abdomen, sacral, and finally the tail is coccygeal. Let us revise the number. 7, 12, 5, 1, 1. Done. Very good. Now we will talk about ribs. How many ribs? 12 and 12, 24. First 7 are connected to the sternum and the thoracic vertebra. Thoracic vertebra. Okay? नहीं. Vertebral column जो होता है, that is made up of stacking of the vertebra. वो समझो, vertebra एक छोटा सा ring like structure है. They stack after one another to form the vertebral column. Vertebra can be subdivided into 5 types: cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and coccygeal, depending on which region they are. So first 7 are true ribs. Then why 8, 9, 10 is called falsely? So they are not attached directly with the sternum, but as they are attached with now 11th and 12th are called floating rib because they are only attached at the front portion with the 11th and 12th thoracic vertebra. Ribs जितने होते हैं vertebral column के vertebra भी उतने ही 12 होते हैं ना thoracic vertebra. What is the number? 12, and we have 12. Okay. Now after that we will talk about hand, humerus, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal, phalanges. So what is the number of bones in carpal? Wrist bone 8, metacarpal and phalanges. So in leg part, femur, tibia, fibula, patella. Very good. Tarsal, metatarsal, phalanges. Only difference is in case of tarsal one less. Okay. Now we will talk about the joints. This is called pelvic girdle. इसमें क्या रहते हैं? Clavicle and scapula. And the cavity where the humerus fit is glenoid cavity. Next is pelvic girdle. This is called pectoral girdle. So lower one is called pelvic girdle. So there they have 2 pelvic bones which are made up of ilium, ischium and pubis. Okay, ilium, ischium and pubis. Here the humerus is attached. But what is the name of that cavity? Sorry, femur is attached. The name of the cavity is acetabulum. Okay, done. Now I will ask everyone accidentally about this, and you should be able to speak about it. Okay. So now we will talk about the joints. Different joints are there in our body because we are not rigid structure like wall which doesn't move. Our body is flexible. So the joints can be immovable joint. For example, sutures. What are sutures? If you look into our skull bone, they have ridges like this. You know, बच्चे जब पैदा होते, it is said that you should always very much take care of them. They have number of bones more. These bones fuse in future to get into 206. Apart from that, their skull bone, the head part is very delicate about them. You know, in West Bengal, when a child is born, we allow them to sleep in a pillow made up of rice, mustard. You don't allow them to sleep in the pillow made up of cotton. Why? Because the head will get its proper shape. It will not be pressed from the back. The reason is, in our case, the skull bones are having ridges like this, which fit into each other to give a complete structure. In them, the growth is still pending. So there is a gap between the skull bone. Can you see this diagram? How they fit into each other as a jigsaw puzzle? So this type of joint which doesn't allow movement of bones are known as fibrous or immovable joint. Okay. Next is cartilaginous joint, that is slightly movable joint. Like the joints between vertebrae. In between two vertebra, there is presence of a layer of cartilage. You know, if there is, it is always that day I was telling you now that whenever you are doing any kind of physical exercise, on first day you should not do the extreme. Always make your body habituated with the situation and then you go for it. Okay, understood? Why? Because in between the vertebra or vertebral column, there is a thin pad of cartilage which is called disc. Okay, what happens is this is acting as a cushion and allow the comfortable movement of the vertebral column. I'm bending like this, like this. Now I don't have any like habit of lifting weight. My body is not flexible enough. You must have seen gymnast. आपने देखा होगा वो कैसे भी हाथ पैर मोड़ के कुछ भी कर लेते. Why? Because at very tender age they start their practice. अभी इस उम्र में आके if I feel कि I don't want to be a gymnast, it's a matter of difficulty because my body is almost rigid. Okay, so what happens is if you suddenly like take some kind of weight or suddenly bend, suddenly do something, this disc may come out. Like if this is two vertebrae in between this disc there, no, if it is coming out like this or if it is this place, then when these two vertebrae which are rigid enough, when they move they will have friction between them and that will cause pain. This is called slip disc. There is a thing called slip disc. फिर उनको कॉलर पहन के बैठना पड़ता है डॉक्टर्स. And if it is like sometimes, you know what happens, in between these two vertebral column the spinal cord comes. और जब वो फ्रिक्शन होता है स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में भी उसके अंदर आ गया है तो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड इज आल्सो गेटिंग रब्ड. So unbearable pain when you need to get yourself operated. So these are the things we should know. See, as you grow up in your society, you will hear about so many things which do not have scientific basic. You should, after reading science, especially after reading biology, you know at least many things about your body. So you should be wise enough to handle it. Okay? Yes. So they may manage it. Depends करता है कि कितना displace हुआ है. If it can be done by physiotherapy or some other means by rest. थोड़ी सी भी खिसक जाएगी तो भी बहुत प्रॉब्लम है. ऐसा नहीं खिसक के अचानक तुमने गिरा, हाय मेरी डिस्क नीचे गिर गई. Nothing like that will occur. But even if it is moved slight, then also it is very painful. Okay, difficult one. So you can see here the intervertebral disc structure. Can you see the cartilaginous joint in this image? Okay. Now the third type is called synovial or completely movable joint. Can you predict where we have this? So what is speciality of this? See, this is one bone and this is another bone. In between, there is a gap where a fluid stay like exists, that is called synovial fluid. पता है नी रिप्लेसमेंट सर्जरी करवाते हैं लेडीज लोगों को अगर वेट ज्यादा हो या लाइफस्टाइल प्रॉपर ना हो, दे हैव पेन इन देयर नी वेरी फास्ट. Okay, after menopause, it is a very prominent thing. We have calcium deficiency, iron deficiency. So this synovial fluid is a fluid which is actually help in articulation. It acts as a lubricant. जैसे machine में तेल डालते हैं ना, it is like that. And there is a membrane called synovial membrane inside that cavity, synovial cavity, where the fluid is there. Now, as we grow old, this fluid start getting dry. So what will happen? The bones will come in contact with each other. The moment you are like moving your joints, it will get friction and you will have pain. Bolo. Patella. हाथ में इसीलिए नहीं होता है बेटा, बिकॉज वी कैन बेंड इन ऑन आवर नीज बट वी डोंट नीड टू बेंड ऑन आवर हैंड्स. हम हाथ ऐसे कभी नहीं रखते, बट हम भगवान के लिए बैठते हैं तो वी सिट लाइक दिस, नो. सो इट इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दिस एक्स्ट्रा प्रोटेक्शन. See, hands are doing taking up lifting thing and legs are taking weight of our body. They need to be more protected, no? So now apart from that, depending on what kind of movement is observed in case of this synovial joint, कि उसकी movement कैसे होती है, we talk ball and socket joint. You know ball and socket. This is the ball, this is the socket. How does it move? So can you suggest what is ball and socket joint? Ball and socket, not like this. Ball and socket. Then there is hinge joint. Have you ever heard about the word hinge? Door mein hoti, and it allows the opening of door only in one direction. So this is hinge joint. Can you move it like this? ये हाथ नहीं होगा ना. So this is a hinge joint. Then pivot joint. What is a pivot joint? Atlas and axis. Pivot joint, we can do this. All direction it moves. Atlas and axis. I told you, no? The first vertebra, the bigger one, which is holding weight of the head, atlas and axis. Then there is gliding joint. Okay, gliding joint is present here in the carpal region. They are small bones which can glide against each other to allow the movement. Okay, and saddle joint, it is between the carpal and metacarpal of thumb. This is the saddle joint. Carpal and metacarpal of thumb. It makes 90-degree angle. Okay. So now we will talk about the disorder, because it is the favorite topics of examiners. The disorders, bolte hai na, the only news is bad news. So same way. No, we should know always about the disorders, because that is the part where we are worried about. So if we know about disorder, we can be. So first disorder is called myasthenia gravis. It's an autoimmune disorder. So what is this autoimmune disorder? See, our immune system, whenever there is anything foreign, they identify them and they try to kill them. That's why you must not be knowing that the number of microbes we are exposed with, हम एक sea of microbe में है ना, हमारे चारों ओर कौन सी जगह, this bench, this laptop, the air in which I am inhaling, your body, my body, everywhere microbes are present. Priyanshu, they may be present in your nose and mouth, their mask. Okay, so Priyanshu was giving demo. Okay, so now our immune system generally identify the foreign part and kill them or destroy them. What happens if they think their own cells as enemy? They will be against their own body cell. In myasthenia gravis, the immune system thinks the neuromuscular junction as their enemy and they start destroying them. It is a genetic disorder. Person inherit that. For example, there is a genetic disorder called rheumatoid arthritis. Here, rheumatoid arthritis. I told you, itis means inflammation. किसी भी प्रकार की allergy, we call it itis. Arthritis means what it can be. Arthros means what? Joints. Very good. So arthritis means joint pain. So normal joint pain occur. For example, if anyone's fluid is dried, they have arthritis. But in rheumatoid arthritis, even at very young stage, the immune system of body will think, okay, these joints are my enemy and I will start destroying them. So they destroy all synovial. So a person becomes crippled. Very sad. Bones में कुछ भी नहीं होगा. They have defect in their DNA. It's a genetic disease. You can take medicines to decrease the symptoms, but it cannot be treated. My dad has rheumatoid. I don't know if I have or not. Slight muscle pain I am scared of. I ask him. God knows future. So, in myasthenia gravis, the neuromuscular junction will be affected. So what will happen? You know that nervous system to muscular system, the message is passed through neuromuscular junction. If that part is affected, there will be no message passing. तुम्हारे ब्रेन ने मसल को बोला कि भाई तू भाग, तू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो, but muscle is not, the message is not reaching to muscle. So what will happen? So that's why there are fatigue, weakness, and paralysis of skeleton. You can see in this case, one eye's muscles are paralyzed. Okay. Next is muscular dystrophy. So this is a disease where slowly and steadily skeletal muscles get destroyed. One famous person had this. And hats off to that person. When he was in college days, initial time, he knew that one day he will be crippled. He created a wheelchair which he can connect with mind, and he lived his life up to the old age. He was married, he did everything. This shows that how we are doesn't matter. The willpower matters. Okay. So these are genetic disorder. Next is tetany. I told you that there is rapid spasm in muscle due to calcium, and it may be caused by a bacteria called Clostridium tetani. So if it is due to deficiency of calcium ion, we now know that muscle contraction is controlled by whom? Calcium, no? The sarcoplasmic reticulum will release the calcium which will bind with the troponin, which will allow the myosin head to bind with the actin. So if calcium is not there, this whole process will be at stake. So if we don't have calcium ion enough in amount, it is problematic. Next is arthritis. You can see the images how joints like they get deformed and swelling. So this is the healthy joint. It is the case of osteoarthritis where bones are getting damaged. वो घिस जाते हैं एक दूसरे से. And in rheumatoid arthritis, I mentioned, which is an autoimmune disorder, the whole joint is getting destroyed. Next disorder, this is also very common in females. When a female menstrual cycle generally stops, there is age-related disorder which is caused by decreased bone mass. हम में से सभी को जब मम्मी सुबह सुबह बोलती थी कि भाई कहीं जा रहे हो दूध पियो, बचपन में आके लोगों ने नखरे किए. Whatever you are eating now will decide your old age. Remember. And for you people, it is quite dangerous because you people don't eat. You people don't play. At your age, we used to have 1 to 2 hours play every day. We used to cycle a lot. You people do not know what is cycle. Can you define cycle? Anyone of you? So think about whatever physical activity or everything you are doing will decide. So what happens, especially in female, due to decreased bone mass, the bone is getting porous. It is getting porous. So what will happen if your bone is porous? Bone का mass decrease हो जाता है. Bones, if they are porous, their density decrease, no? Mass decrease. Volume remains same. You see this image, normal bone matrix and osteoporosis. Your bones will not be able to take body weight. They will bend. You will have unbearable pain. Okay. So next is gout. Gout जिसे वात बोला जाता है. होता है ना जॉइंट पेन. दादा दादी बोलते होंगे अभी पूनम का टाइम है बहुत. I although don't know how पूनम is connected to gout. Basically what happens in the joint, there is deposition of uric acid which is not like allowing the joints to move, and it is causing inflammation, that is pain. So people who are having excess of uric acid in their body, they need to follow a specific diet. They cannot eat the seeds of tomato. They cannot eat the yolk of egg. You people must be now thinking कि मैम हम कब बड़े होंगे, पढ़ाई से मुक्ति मिल जाएगी. याद रखो जब भी बड़े होने का बड़ा मन करे तब ये सारे डिसीजेस एक बार सोच लेना, लगेगा कि नहीं मैम हम अभी अच्छे हैं, है ना. So there are chances of uric acid pain from them because these uric acid crystals are deposited in the joints. So with such bad news, we successfully completed this chapter and the forum is now open for discussion. I request all of you to quickly look into the question answers of textbook. Why? Because for this chapter, the descriptive questions are expected even in CBSE. Where is your textbook?